Videojug.
Today on Videojug, we're going to learn how to time travel. Think of the many advantages to mastering time travel, like when you're late for work or just missed that important brunch meeting, or are simply too impatient to wait for your lunch to cook. Whilst philosophers and scientists are often divided on whether time travel is actually possible, our team of boffins have put their wits together to show you how to get the job done. Step 1. Travel into the future. Time travel to the future is easy, as we are already travelling along a forward-bound timeline. All we need to do to increase the speed of the timeline is to alter our perception of how time passes. One way of doing this is to use cryogenics. This way your body's cells can be preserved for centuries at sub-zero temperatures and thawed out at the required destination. Another method would be to plot a return journey at relativistic, that is, approaching the speed of light velocities. This would result in a time dilation, where less time will have passed for the returning travellers than for those at the point of origin. Step 2. Travel into the past. Backwards time travel is a bit more tricky. One method is to use a vehicle that is capable of faster-than-light speed travel. According to Einstein's special relativity, when you accelerate faster than the speed of light, then there is some inertial reference frame where you would be moving backwards in time. Just remember, to use this technique, you will need to have an infinite source of energy with which to power your vehicle. You could also try using a tachyon field generator. Tachyons are tiny particles that travel faster than the speed of light, and as such move backwards in time. The only setback here may be that tachyons are hypothetical, and there is no actual evidence for their existence. Step 3. Using a traversable wormhole or black hole. This phenomena is an area of warped space-time that allows an alternative route from one point to another. Scientific opinion is split as to whether such a wormhole would be stable enough to serve as a means of time transportation, but it is a possibility, so why not try it? Once you have constructed your wormhole, you will need to accelerate one end of it to a relativistic velocity and then return it to the stationary end. The resultant time dilation would mean that the accelerated end has aged less than the stationary one. In this example, there is a 7-second anomaly between the clocks of the stationary end and those of the returned end. Nice wormhole, Pete. Step 4. Be careful. Time travel can be very hazardous. Due to the laws of cause and effect, the entire universe that the time traveler is leaving could be irreversibly destroyed. One school of thought allows that each time you initiate time travel, you systematically erase the universe you just left, and a new one is recreated around you. The presentist's viewpoint is that this is happening all the time. The future does not exist because it hasn't happened yet, and the past is continually being destroyed by the present, and so on. Others argue that there is an infinite number of parallel universes, and that whenever time travel takes place, the traveller is simply jumping between them. This philosophy is very useful. It solves the infuriating problems brought up by causality, which renders time travel impossible. For instance, if you were to build a time machine, then go back in time and kill yourself before you set off, then you would cause a temporal paradox, at which point causality steps in and puts a stop to things. However, if the multiverse theory is to be believed, then anything you happen to do whilst exploring the past only actually occurs in a parallel universe. So there's no need to concern yourself with changing major historical events, accidentally killing your great-great-grandfather, or falling in love with your best friend's mum. Step 5. Visiting the past or future. In this example, our traveller is visiting the future. This can often be a baffling experience so remember to be mentally prepared. To remain inconspicuous during your visits to the past and future, avoid human contact as much as possible. Do not show off your future technologies, and do not abuse your position in order to gain financially. Congratulations! You have traversed the ages and hopefully use the experience to broaden your knowledge and gain an insight into yourself and the universe or universes that you live in. Done.
Videojug.